Hey. Good evening, y'all. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. How y'all doing this evening? If you're watching the replay, hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated all day long. And also hit that notification button so that you'll be notified of any new videos I might upload. I don't know about where you at, but here in Cleveland, Ohio, it's cold. You hear me? It's only 56 degrees right now. When I woke up, it was 41 degrees this morning. All right. And I had to go out there and check on my stuff in the yard because I was scared that we had an early night frost. What's up, Soul Diva? How are you? Mike. J3, how you be? Hello, Joshua Gabriel, Lynette Lawrence. Thank y'all for stopping in bright and early tonight. It's been crazy here. I got on thermos, all right? Thermo, all right? And a hoodie and hat. It's cold here, okay? I don't normally turn my heat on till the 1st of November, but if the temps like this keep happening, it's going to be on a lot sooner than November 1st. Yes, indeed. I didn't go out in my yard until almost 2 o'clock this afternoon, hoping it had warmed up because at 41 degrees, I wasn't going out there. My hands being cold. And like I said, it's 59 and clear. All right. I'm like, all right, winter in Ohio is on its way. So I went out to look at my tropical plants, with the drop in the temperature. So my nephew's supposed to be coming over Sunday. Hopefully they'll be all right. I went out and looked at them. They looked okay. To bring in my banana plant, my Miwok kumquat, my figs, and my new addition, my papaya tree. And I might actually bring it up here and put it in the dining room window. I'm trying to see if I got enough room for it because it is kind of wide on the top there. So I don't know how my cat might like. Miss Annie might be looking at it like, what is this? It's not a tree for you to climb in. So it's debatable. I probably have to do it like you grow rose. She was putting chicken wire around her her hydroponics to keep the cat from messing with stuff. So I might have to do the same. So good evening for y'all that's coming in here tonight. Somebody hit Canada, Montreal. What is that? 11 degrees Celsius, sunny humidity 50%. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's cold here. So I was listening to Cece earlier today, Texas girl, and she was talking about how it was hot in Texas. She was sweating. I was like, she hot and sweating, I'm cold and freezing. I was like, boy, what a difference a few countries away, a few states away will do. Backyard garden. Flo, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Which what So Diva said, I can't wait for the day weather to kick in where I'm located. Okay. All right. Is it hot where you at? Oh, well, you in California. All right. Shoot. Well, you warm all year round. Okay. I seen y'all wearing boots and stuff around in November and December, like as if y'all in the cold country somewhere. Fortune. Hey, hello, an urban farmer. Thank you for stopping in tonight. You just said howdy. Mike said we've had double frost already. Nice, 68 now. No, we didn't get that high today. Uh, everybody saying hello to Fortune. So yeah, so everybody's temps is different. Drop your temps in the chat. Let me know what I'm missing. And if you can put it in a can and mail me or put some in a box and mail me some heat, I greatly appreciate it. Fortune, I will not grow pumpkin again. Oh man, let me tell you, I had the first time I grew a pumpkin, they like watermelons. They will take over your yard. Them vines will be everywhere. Yes, yes. Vining plants, you got to give them their own territory. You can't put them anywhere near your raised beds and other stuff unless you got a trellis. Like if you got some kind of fencing or the heavy duty cattle paneling because they can hold the weight of the plant as it flourishes fruit as well. Um, Partly sunny in Wakefield, Bronx, New York. Okay. So yeah, well, I actually had an argument with a man once. He told me you can't grow pumpkins in Ohio. I told him what part of the world he from, not the country. What part of the world is he from? Because I'm like, you can grow pumpkins anywhere if you provide the right type of environment for it. Excuse me, I was just trying to get my phone going here. I didn't want it to start singing while I'm on here. Yeah, so pumpkin. Hey, G Mama Grows. Hard in the garden. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, so you can grow pumpkins just about anywhere. A little rain today. I did. Well, we had rain last week, J3. It rained like cats and dogs last week. And then it was 84 on Monday and 59 on Tuesday. That's how big of a drop we had. I was a volunteer, so I wasn't sure what it was. It gave me one pumpkin. I had that happen to me. Hey, Deborah, I had a nice compost pile and I threw, what was it? Cantaloupe in there. And the cantaloupe came out and started taking over the yard, scared my granddaughter. She thought it was Seymour trying to take over. Lynette said, how do you care for fruit trees that you bring? I bring all my fruit trees in the basement come wintertime and grow lights. And I don't water them too often because if you do, it's easy to rot them out because it's a whole different sphere and temperatures in your basement. So we have heated basements here in Ohio. So my washing dryers down there, they right on the other side. So every now and then, if I don't water, I have a squirt bottle and I spritz the leaves, just as long as you don't let it totally dry out. But I only water stuff like every 2 months, not even once a month, because a lot of times there's another tenant who has a washer dryer on the other side. The moisture in the basement will keep your plants from totally drying out. But you have to learn how to gauge when your plants is dry. When they start drooping, they dry. Okay. And if you order water them, they might do the same thing. Hey, GT, how are you, sweetheart? I see everybody saying hello to you. If I didn't answer your questions because his chat just did a sudden jump, like he just did right now. Um, I think that was G Mama. Yeah, 65 here feels like 30. Yeah. Well, it's 56 here and it feels like 30. It's cold here. It's cold. I got all my windows shut. Oh, except one. My nephew, I got the curtains pulled over. My nephew got to come and take my air conditioner out the window. Yeah. Because I know during the course of the night, I will be getting a cool breeze coming through there. The squash bugs was another level this year. Yeah. And by you saying that, let's just jump on the subject for tonight. Others can jump in as the night goes. And what plants did you grow this year that you won't grow next year because of bugs? I was doing a little research in regards to the bugs, and what's funny is that the bugs aren't the same in every state. They're different. It depends on whether you have a lot of heat and humidity or heat and you're dry or you don't get as hot as other states like Ohio. We have warm days, but we don't get like shake and bake like Texas and Georgia and California and Florida and a few other states. So you guys have bugs that we don't have here unless somebody ship them in on some trees or plants in a truck from one state to another. But normally, uh, we don't have all those bugs. And then I found out even if we have bugs here, they might be in one part of the state and not the other. So I have yet to see. I got my list right here, my notes about harmful insects. I have been visited by the squash vine board once, but I have grown zucchini and crookneck squash and butternut squash successfully. Um, I've seen a lot of people having problems with that particular uh, insect or bug, whatever you want to call it, but I know it's destructive. And I've seen people pull out whole plants out the ground that still had other flowers and stuff on it that could have turned into fruit if they were been able to kind of clean out that squash bug. And I've had people do surgery on their squash plants where they slit it open, had tweezers, and pulled the larvae out and filled it full of soil and pushed it in the ground roots, because there's another extension to that plant that might have had blossoms on it which could bear fruit. So some people will take the time to do the surgery and clean out the squash bug, and then others don't. So it depends on how bad you want this particular crop of squash when that bug pops up. And then a lot of your bugs are either they sucking the juice out of the plant itself, or is chewing the leaves and digesting them. And what I mean by chewing the leaves is that tomato hornworm. You know, you can see a tomato hornworm literally chunking down the stems of your and eating your leaves. Well, they will totally destroy your plant. Oh, someone just said hi. Let me see if I can go back up and catch this individual. No, it's not letting me do it. Okay. Uh, GT says 53 there in Alaska. Hey, Drill, how are you, Drills? Are you here in the USA or are you in another country? Yeah, it's great to see you too. Been missing you. In the bushes a bit, got delivery coming. That's okay, Mike. Do what you got to do. I appreciate you stopping in. I know you won't be far. Yeah, Joshua said it's cold where he's at. Yeah, everybody's saying hi to Drill. Battle sister. Yeah. Oh. Hey, LGGG. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah. So they said we was going to be cold for the rest of the week. Most of our days will not be over 60 degrees, and it feels like it. Fortunately, my house is nice and tight for some reason. Even with this window crack with the air conditioner, it's not really cold in here. But it's cold outside. So I'm comfortable right now. But I still have comforters on my bed. So Diva said, right now, frogs think my garden has their lily pads in them. I just didn't get it. I would love frogs. Frogs eat a lot of insects now. They eat a lot of mosquitoes and other stuff in there. David saying hi to the OJ. Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, so everybody saying hi to the cropper. So yeah, so that was just one. Dolores saying hello to everyone. She can't speak to one individually. Uh, she don't like bugs. Yeah, she don't do bugs. We had a long conversation about bugs. Dolores had me dying laughing. She don't do bugs. I ain't scared of bugs. I figure like this: if I can get to it before you get to me, it's a wrap. You gone. Whether I take my shoe off or whether I take my hand, I have waited. I seen a spider come off my ceiling fan once, and I was like, "Is that a spider?" And I waited till he came down just about right, and I said, bugs don't bother me. If I get to it for get to me, it's all right. Even like when I find the garter snakes in my garden, when I discover they hide in place, I go somewhere else in the garden and do something, give him a chance to leave because they don't stay. Once you discover their spot, they move right away. So yeah, I'm good. Now I like to keep them in the garden because they eat snails and stuff and slugs in my garden. So yeah, I don't kill them, but I had to keep the little boys out. I can't say that there's a snake in the garden because then they want to come and get it and want to play with it or take it. I'll be like, get out of here. Oh, we just said, oh, you sick of those mealy bugs and scales? They're bad in this area. I had that problem once. Oh, they got a hold of a house plant, G Mama, and I took cotton balls full of alcohol and I wiped down the stems and the leaves, they don't like that. It took me a minute. I had to be consistent with it, and I did, but I got rid of them though. I was scraping the scales off and getting the mealy bugs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was nasty, but it was a job. It made me think about Mike when he had got that infestation um, in the hydroponics and how he had to just start from scratch, clean everything, wipe it down, and just start from scratch. Yeah, it ain't no joke because I've had problems with not white flies, aphids, where I try to hose off. I have house plants outside too hanging, and I try to hose them down or put them in a bucket of water, trying to see what floats to the top, so I don't bring it inside the house because I got a lot more house plants in here. So yeah, I'm not trying to bring the outside in that sense. Okay, now let the bugs stay outside where they need to be. I don't want to be the cleanup woman coming in here trying to clean that all up. Foraging and urban farming at the hermit house. I'm ready for the cold. You all blow it my way. Yeah, well, it's here, and I'm ready for it. I didn't wash a lot of blankets and comforters and all my heavy coats and stuff. I'm ready for it. Hey, Tag, how are you, sweetie? He said it's 64 there. You will be in the bushes. That's all right. Do you, boo? Do you? I understand. There's nobody here but me, and there's nobody I got to worry about or take care of. Cat, and she got fresh food and water, so I don't even have to take care of her. She in good shape. Yeah, yeah. I was out after I did my video today um about my pear tree. I found the 5 gallon bucket that I wanted to put in it, but it's too heavy because I'm gonna have to dump some of that soil out of it for that tree to fit in. And it was just too heavy for me to pick up. So tomorrow I'm gonna grab to help dump that soil out, mix it with some new soil so I can have it ready. So when my nephews come over Sunday to bring my plants in the house, they can bring that down there as well. Uh, Hey, Brooke, how are you? I saw you over there at Ken's Cozy. Bugs are terrible. I just attacked a couple of times. Yeah. Yeah, my aphids was bad this year, and I've never had them quite this bad as what they were this year. Homesteader, how are you, darling? Uh, my list of my list of harmful insects, I started off with aphids and white flies. I'm seeing people now complaining a little more about white flies than what they normally do. Like, seem like each year there's a an insect rotation on which ones give you the hardest time in your garden compared to what you had last year. Army worms. I heard, I know why I had flowers or not flowers, but veggies and stuff come out and they laying on the ground and they seemed like they was almost cut clean with the surface. And I couldn't figure out what the heck was wrong with the plants until I went to the library and I told the librarian about that. And she said, "Oh, those are called cutworms." I was like, "Oh." She said they will cut your plant off at the base trying to devour your plant. I was like, okay. And then I never seen army worms. I never heard of them. I think I saw them on T-Nog. And she actually showed you what an army worm looked like. And I was like, oh, snap. I never seen those either. So really, it depends on where you live at. Uh, well, thank you, Fortune. You're welcome. You're welcome. And the killer part about it all of it came from a different spot. All right. Wally World and thermos. This from the thrift store and this I just have this one hat in about 5 different colors. I got it in red, white, yellow, pink. I found one hat and I just bought all of them. I hats and caps. Yeah, they my go-to. You're welcome, sweetie. I'm glad it is. LGG said, your snake's poisonous, Michelle. No, they look garter snakes. They don't get no bigger than this, and they don't get no fatter than this. They're harmless, but they do gobble up the snails and slugs in the yard. And when you discover them, most of the time you will see dead slugs and snails around their lair. They have killed them and brought them in, or they went to their lair and killed them there. So they're good in the garden. No, I don't have anything poisonous. Thank God. I cut my heat back on at 62, but I'm cold inside. But I like chewing ice. My body is crazy. I had got warm and then I went and got something cold to drink. I had a Pepsi. I drank a cold Pepsi and it kind of cooled me down. And I was like, all right, I can't drink nothing else cold. So if I want to get warm, I get some tea. Yeah, I got all kinds of tea. Man, you name it, I can claim it. I literally have a cabinet that's nothing but tea. Because I used to have tea parties with my girlfriends before COVID happened. And I got all this tea left over. I haven't started them back, which I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, we would wear fancy hats and stuff, and I would make the little canopies, and we would drink tea. And I had every kind of tea you wanted. When I came home from my knee surgery, it was in January, so it was cold and snowy here. But my sister drank up all my ginger lemon tea. So I had to go out and get some more of that. But I have whatever tea you could think of, from immunity tea to whatever your heart can think of, whether it's chai or hibiscus or ginger. And I even have what is that? Turmeric and lemon with black pepper included because it helps, the black pepper helps the turmeric to be more absorbent into your system. So I got just about any kind of tea you can think of here in this house, and I love it. Oh, yeah. You know what, when they said most women, if they like ice too much, it's because it's an iron deficiency. So I had to quit messing with ice. I thought I was trying to grind my teeth down. I had ice so much I don't even eat it now, but once in a blue moon. So y'all ladies be careful. When you got that, you got an iron deficiency. You need to check that out. LG said that lemon tea I got with all my big lemons had mealy bugs. Yes, that alcohol with the cotton ball works. Oh yeah, I know it do. Been there, done that. Look at David talking about 90 in Dallas. Woo, it's 54 here now. It was 56 when I started this live. It didn't drop 2 degrees already. Annette, you are not alone. I'm still enjoying ice cream. I love ice cream. I had a banana split. No, that was a strawberry sundae. I wanted a banana split. Dave was out of bananas. Yeah, I eat ice cream this time of year. I love it too. Yeah, actually, I got some ice cream sandwiches I got the other day because I was craving some ice cream. Lynette says, I was told to mix soap and warm water and drench the plants before bringing them inside. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah. Yeah, to make sure that you're not bringing any bugs in or anything uh, uninvited. Ice cream all, yeah, David, I like ice cream all year round too. I eat more ice cream in the winter than I do in the summer, which is crazy. Joshua said, all right, I'm about to lay down. Have a good day, and I'll see y'all next week. You do that, Joshua. Have sweet dreams, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Hey, Presbyteria, how my daughter doing? Oh, you just came in from the garden? Okay, working out. Yeah. No, the only thing I'm doing in my yard is cleaning it up and getting it ready, prepping it for next year. I've already gotten some, what they call it, chicken salad spread out on top of some of the beds. I'm not going to dig it down in there. I'm going to let the snow pound it down in there. And as the water, as it melts, it'll water it in. My soil will be good and ready for spring planting. Purchase ice cream today and I'm cold. I know. And then turn around and get you a cup of hot tea to warm back up. Oh, all snakes must go. No, my little snakes over here, they don't do nothing. Oh, David at it already. Well, you said you was cold today and it was only 70 degrees. I would have loved 70 degrees. We didn't get that high today. Gina versus Gina. They go my other daughter. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Gina, I was laughing at how Roro put you on Front Street. She doing them vinaigrettes. And then I turned around and saw TT doing her oils and stuff, calendula, whatever. I was laughing at y'all today. Y'all was all funny. And you was doing the pineapple jam. Yeah, y'all helped me clean my house today. I got a stand on the I have a little stand over my sink, and I'm the dishwasher here. And I put it on the stand and I just started watching people's videos. Yeah. And I was just laughing at y'all. G Mama said, I've been growing more herbs so I don't have to buy it during the winter. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend Vicky bought all those herbs over to me last week and I didn't dry most of them. And I got a little what they call a pedal in the grinder, and once they dry, I'll be sitting here watching TV and I'll grind them up. And I got empty jars that I had seasons in before that I finished, and I just put them back in there. And I have fresh herbs. Like I got celery. I was looking at my green stock today, and I had did one cutting of the celery. My celery then grew back. I'm gonna dry that out. I love the taste of celery seed, celery. Period. And I also got some bell peppers. I've already stuffed my freezer with a lot of them. So the ones I see out there now, I want to put them in my dehydrator and I want to make bell pepper seasoning, the powder, because I love the taste of bell peppers as well. So yeah, I got a lot of herbs this year that I hadn't had in a while. So when Vicky came over, she brought me extra sage. I already had basil, but she brought me some more basil along with the mint. I thought she was bringing me over mint plants, and she brought me over mint cuttings, but that was okay because I put about 5 or 6 in a jar, and they already got roots on them like this already. So I'm finna put a bunch of them in a pot so that I will have mint. I think it smells like spearmint. So yeah. David still putting numbers on folks. David, stop. You should be number 50 because you sure didn't win the Watermelon Awards this year. Thank you. Good night, Josh. Yeah, hey Cheryl Norris, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in. That's my art. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for stopping in, huh? Official Jamia, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. Yeah, so let me get back to my list here. I was trying to keep up with the chat too. It's hard to watch your notes and watch the chat at the same time. You can't do it. That video had me rolling. Yeah, funny thing is I had no clue she was putting it in her video. Yeah, she had you on there with the little speaker on there and it was moving. I was like, oh, that's too much. I was like, yeah, see, when y'all sit down at y'all computers and y'all put that kind of stuff together, it just amazes me. That takes talent to me because I'm not that big in the IT. I know how to get to where I want, but to really elaborate on it and get fancy with it, I just enjoy how you guys break it down and add the AIs or animation or whatever to your video. So kudos to y'all. I would tip my hat, but I ain't trying to scare nobody. Um, yeah. So, hey, PIA. I was watching PIA today too, crushing up her herbs and putting them in jars and stuff. So, yeah, yeah. Everybody's getting smarter and working harder and getting their herbs together. Before, we were into trying to do a lot of veggies, but now people are really getting into not only preserving herbs, doing stuff with them, like making salves and vinaigrettes, other than just seasonings. And then I see you guys mixing, your different herbs together to bring out certain seasonings, like making your own Italian seasonings or stuff for, was it tacos and what have you. So you're learning how to mix and match and prolong your shelf life. And normally when you do it from your garden, they are a little stronger than the seasonings that you buy in the store. The flavor is what they call a little more intense. Because when I first time I grew celery and tried it, I was like, whoa. Because I like putting celery in soups and what have you, and around my roast and I couldn't believe how much stronger the taste and the flavor of what you grow in your garden. I know it tastes better than in the store, but the flavor seems to be so much more intensified when you're cooking and using it with the herbs and stuff. So I really enjoy that. Uh, that's all right. I just got a motor and pedal too. I'll be seasoning it tomorrow. And let me tell you what I use mine for also. I saved a lot of eggshells. And you know how long it takes eggshells to break down in your garden. So, just crumbling it up and putting it out there. No. I might be sitting here watching TV and I take my container of eggshells and I put it in my pedal and I will sit here and grind it. And I have another container that I dump it in because I know once you grind it up into powder and you add it to your soil, it's a lot easier for your plants to uptake that calcium and that protein from those eggshells. So, yeah, I use it for a lot of things. I do. Everybody saying hello to one another. Let me drop another one on here. We talked about aphids, white flies, army worms, cutworms, the squash, vine borer, white moth. You know, everybody hate that little white moth that folks call it a butterfly. No, it's not a butterfly. It is a moth. And it lays those eggs, and then when those eggs hatch, they turn into the little green worms, and they will devour everything in its path. Hey, Life of Wanda, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I know everybody's talking about either certain stuff, uh, what's it, neem oil or soapy water and stuff, and they just give you a list of stuff. Did somebody say hi to Serena? Serena in the chat? Thank you, Serena. There she go. Haven't seen you. Wow, you all right, sweetheart? Nice to see you this evening. G Mama said your pineapple mint has rooted and I'll be sending it up next week. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, G Mama. I'll be looking forward to it. And I got up high. And she's back and she's got her little sayings. All right. Nice to see you again, Serena. Life Wanda. I said hello to you. All right, let's get another one. Let's see. Grasshoppers. Yeah, grasshoppers, they can be we was talking about grasshoppers on somebody's live and they were showing you someone said they always seen them in green. They come in brown too. I seen them in brown. And the little ones are more voracious than the big ones because the big ones have gotten to maturity. But them little ones, they will eat you out of house and home. You ought to see me chasing them out of my garden. I'll be like, oh yeah, you got to go. What's Serena said? I'm not sure why, but only one ground cover seed sprouted a daikon radish. I did get a bad seed. It's a 13 seed blend winter oats. What's that? Mm, rye, wheat, a triple grain seed. I don't know, babe. That's a question you need to call whoever produced that seed. You need to give them a call and let them know. Yeah, that's not a question I can answer because I didn't package the seed. I don't know where it came from. So whatever name is on that packet of seed, that's who you need to call and ask these questions to. Okay. G Mom said yes indeed. The herbs you grow are much stronger because they're fresh. Yeah, yeah. Because like I said, when you get some of this stuff, it could have been sitting in the warehouse for a year before they even shipped it out. So and then they try to, get rid of it, and then they'll mark it down saying manager special $1 just to get rid of it. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner, thank you for coming in this evening. Greatly appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. Leaves got eaten, and some of my radishes leaves have whole. Yeah, you got some that's eating it up, and that's what we're talking about this evening in regards to harmful insects. Those insects are not beneficial; they are harmful. Thrift and stink bugs. People have been Raising alarm in regards to stink bugs was bad this year too. Hey, Angela Calloway, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. A listener from the garden. I hear you. Not mad at you. Handle your business. Do what you got to do before your day is out. Yeah. Okay, it's your mama talking to Serena. Gina told me that was a butterfly and started feeding them. You know what, David? You need to stop. No, she didn't. I guess I should take the bag back to Walmart. Well, if you got a receipt, make sure you got a receipt when you take it back. And then this might be the end of the season. They may or may not take it back, Serena. But all you can do is try. Saying hello to everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Talking to David's like talking to a wall. No. He ain't gonna act right. I don't care, certain people you just can't take anywhere because they don't know how to act. All right, as I can continue, locusts. All right, some people have had problems with locusts or what they call them, cicadas. Yes, you can hear them up in the trees. You can hear them rubbing their hind legs together. Yeah, I got an ad just popped up on my phone, and they can be a problem too. A lot of people said they're not harmful. Oh, but they are. They can eat you out of house or home too. G Mama said dollar store got some bad cinnamon, allegedly. I wouldn't buy cinnamon there. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. I got to readjust my leg. Oh, my knees hurt a little bit. Oh, okay. All right. Trying to act like you want to act up. It's too early for this. Miss J. Gardner said, I'm dealing with snails and slugs eating my greens. Yeah, you got to be out there and you got to be diligent about it. You have to go out there every day. I go out early in the morning just before the sun comes up, and I find out that's when they're the hungriest. And you can find them all together because you'll see the little piles of poop everywhere. When you see the piles of poop, you know you got an infestation of them. So, yeah, you can kind of flip your leaves over and catch them. And what tickles me, when bugs know that you're in there looking for them, they really sit still and try to blend in. They stop eating. They try to blend in with the stem or the leaf or whatever. I laugh at them because I was like, "Oh, you think you hiding?" I was like, "Oh, you funny." And I ain't scared. I would grab him and pick him off. And then if he act like he don't want to come off, I'll break the whole leaf off and say, "Oh, you gonna go. You got to leave up." I just say, I don't care where you go, but you got to get up out of here. Yeah. I ain't scared of him. I will squish him between my fingers. I'll be like, I got you. Well, I mean, you're gonna wash your hands, but yeah. Oh. David said, JK, put out some beer like Broke did, or put down a piece of wood and check it every morning. Throw away the snails underneath it. Yeah, anywhere with Broke ain't going. Yeah, it won't be Coors. It will be a real cheap beer. I don't think Broke gonna use any beer. He would rather use a board and put it down and catch the slugs and stuff or snails up underneath that than to do that beer. Spider mites. Spider mites. Oh my goodness. Let me tell y'all, where I used to work at a long time ago, I had this beautiful, beautiful jade plant on my desk. That bad boy was absolutely gorgeous. I went on vacation for 2 weeks, came back. It looked like it was in a cocoon. Spider mites had took over and ravaged my plant. I was so pissed off at my desk partner. I was like, why didn't you call me and tell me bugs was on my plant? I would have told you what to do to keep it under control. He said, I saw him, but I didn't want to disturb your vacation. I said, so the whole plant didn't die because it sucked it dry. I had to throw it out. I threw the pot out, everything. I was just mad. So yeah, spider mites can be detrimental to your plants. They will suck them dry. G Mama said eyes get faster trying to knock them out too. All right, I didn't catch the first part of that. I ain't giving up malt liquor either. I used to love to drink Coke 45. I was in love with Billy D. I still like Coke 45 every now and then. It's cold one on a hot day. Oh, it's the bomb. Um, yeah, I don't know why y'all try to defend David. He ain't nothing but a little mischievous little boy. That's all he is. He gonna act up regardless. Yeah, spider mice is, yeah, they ain't no joke. Look at you. Be trying to put blame on other people. Stop it, David. Stop it. That's right. Tell them to leave folks alone, Cheryl. Okay, another one. Ants. Ants can be devastating. When people get ant hills, I be laughing at Cece when she got those, what's they call them, fire ants in her garden beds, and they bite. She even try to keep Domino away from those. Ants can also let you know if you got issues in your garden, like if you got aphids, because they like the this, well, I call it sap or whatever uh, they call it, that the aphids give off, and the ants love it. So yeah, you got a double combination there. You got aphids and ants. That's a mean combination where you have to really stay on top to eradicate them out of your yard. Whether you use hot water on the hills, or you can add grits on an ant mound, or borax, or you take your foot and try to loosen the soil so that you will destroy their trail, because they follow a trail and they smell for it. It's a lot of ways to help slow them down and disrupt them, but uh, grits on a ant hill, or if you got two ant hills, you could take ants from one hill and put it on another hill, because they're like two different ones, and they will fight it out for territory. So you can do it that way too. So it's a lot of ways to get rid of ants. David, you just off tonight, aren't you? You just on a roll. Uh, all right. That's right, G Mama. Bushwashers, tap that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated. What else? Flea beetles. I seen flea beetles. Oh, those some ugly things. I've never had that problem, and I never seen them until I came to the garden community. I was just like, whoa, what is that? Flea beetles. Mm-mm. So yeah. Uh that tomato hornworm. It ain't no joke. The first time I seen somebody, I can't even remember whose live it was, but it was nighttime. And they had I call it the psychedelic light, the black light, where at nighttime, your teeth and eyes be glowing, and if you got lint on your clothes, you can see all over the black light. And they were taking it out in the garden to look for the vine squash borer. No, the the hornworm. I'm sorry. Excuse me. And their little eyes light up. They reflect off the black light. It was weird. They were spooky, but I think they funny looking. They crack me up to see a tomato horn. They funny, and they so thick, and they be hanging on there. They really are. Flea, FLEA beetles. If you gonna say it right, David. Yeah, flea beetles. It is such a thing. And that tomato hornworm ain't no joke. I mean, you can tell when one is in your garden. He's just that obvious. You go out and see your tomato plants decimated, you know you got a tomato hornworm. He don't play. When he eats, he eats, and he can be fat and juicy. I seen a tomato hornworm on a tomato plant once. His butt was so heavy, the poor limb was leaning over. You couldn't miss him. He done ate so much, he was fat, and he had the whole plant leaning over that one. He couldn't hide if he tried. Oh, it was funny. Uh, okay, no undercover crops. Okay. Uh, I can't believe they sell them at PetSmart. What? What they selling at PetSmart? Presbyterian. David, you gonna watch Gina tomorrow? Cause tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. Yes, you will. Hey, just one Ella. Thank you for stopping in. Horn words for sale. Shoot, take mine. Oh yeah, I did see that. Some pet store was. I was like, are you serious? They crazy. They make money off of anything. Now, how you going? What you gonna do? Feed it your garden to keep it alive? How do you keep a tomato home? Where are you? They don't normally eat your tomato plants per se. They're more or less eating the leaves and the vine of it. They probably will eat your tomatoes if that's all they had left, but that's crazy. There are some things I just won't do. Looking for bugs at night with a flashlight surely qualifies. I hear you, G Mama. I'm up on the second floor. Once I come up here, I don't care what else needs done. Trash got to go out, or I got clothes in the basement. Tomorrow's another day. If it happens, it happens. It don't, they don't. Yeah, selling hornworms. I mean, how did they get them? Do they breed them? Do they have a garden and they just go out and pick them off and then bring them in and sit them on a vine in an aquarium and say hornworms for sale? Well, I mean, how do you do that? What they really sell hornworm? Yeah, they selling them. Gina said they gotta go. Gina, Gina. Gina had me dying laughing so bad she found them in her garden, and Liddy B, bless her heart, she went out there and eradicated them for her because she wasn't gonna touch him. And Liddy got mad because she tried to pull him off and he didn't want to come off the plant. And Liddy thought, oh, you go. That video was hilarious. Do you hear me? Gina wasn't going nowhere near that hornworm. And Liddy B said, oh, you got to go because he was tearing her tomatoes. Ugh. Serena said, I have one zucchini growing, waiting for flowers to bloom so I can hand pollinate. Okay. That'd be nice if you could do so. Right now, I actually topped off my tomato plants so that the few that I have can try to get bigger and ripen up before the hardcore. I'm going to keep my tomato plants in the ground until the first snow hit. Then I will yank them out. I tried covering my Cherokee purple tomato plants, and when I went out there today, it got through the chicken wire, no, bird netting, and ate one. Couldn't get around the other one, but it did get the one side of the plant. I'm actually cut that one side of the plant off. And the one on the other side, there's no way those are gonna mature before the first snow hits. So I'm ready to pull the whole plant out of the ground. I'm trying to give myself as less or as least possible work to do in the spring to get my garden going. I'm actually going to do, I got my jars over there already for winter sowing. All I got to do is put the seeds in it and labels because I've already cut them open and filled the bottom half full of soil. So I'm ready. How are you? How you two scared of a caterpillar? If she had a little derringer, she might do it. David, she had a little small derringer. She might do a pew pew. Had to be sure it was waiting because in my city they steal it before can. Oh yeah, I have a sign on my door that as soon as you deliver a package, ring my doorbell. We don't have that here, but I'm not trying to give them an opportunity to think that long. As soon as you ring the doorbell, I, I don't run downstairs, but I go down there soon enough. One word so big and ugly. I picked one off my tomatoes. He did. I hear you. He got to go. And congrats on the new place, Cheryl. So do your new place. Did you take any cuttings of the peach tree and stuff with you? Yeah. Oh, you dug up two pepper plants to overwinter. That's too much work for me. Yeah. I'm running out of place spots now. That's why I'm trying to bring my papaya tree up here in my dining room window, cause ain't enough room in the basement. I keep buying stuff and I don't have enough grow lights and room for it in the basement. So yeah. Yeah, Mike, they are freaky. Them eyes glow. Yeah. And they look at you too. They lean back on the branch and look at you like, what you want? They bold. I seen some of 'em. I seen some shows where the hornworm he gangster. Yep. I got male flowers on the candy roaster, but they were all males. The one female that did start growing turned yellow before the flowers could even bloom. Sorry about that. Uh, PIA said my son bought in my fig trees and my blueberry bushes. We put them in the basement to overwinter. And you know what? PIA, I don't bring my blueberries in. I lay them outside. And they came back and they fruited. So, hmm, I don't know about that. Well, I had gotten my blueberries, a couple of them from J3. This will be their first winter. So I am putting wood chips around the bottom of it, but I'm not bringing them in the house. Just one I don't have to take care of my tomato hornworms. The wasp does that. That's nice. But see, you got beneficial insects in your area that help you out. I used to have praying mantises come over and help me out a lot. And somehow they got scared away. And I don't spray anything in my yard. So I was really disappointed when they didn't come back. Yeah. The praying mantises. And I stuck my hand into a plant to pull a weed and it hit me across my hand. I was like, what the heck? And I looked over there. He was a big one. And he had this little thing. I was like, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to start nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying it might work for you, but they work for me. I don't bring my blueberries in. I leave them out there to fight for themselves. Certain plants I leave outside, I don't, Regina say they gotta thug it out. I can't keep hauling stuff back in and out. I'm running out of room. I'm truly running out of room. Yeah, it got pretty cold here too. Yeah, them wasps, that's a good job though. Yeah. Look at David calling people by their numbers. David, you know you need to stop. What is your number 50? Because you sure didn't come in first place. Yeah. I didn't bring my blueberries in either. Only figs going in greenhouse. Yep. The LSU purple and Desert King, Chicago Hardy and brown turkey are in the ground. Now that I haven't done. I do want to put my Chicago Hardy, but I want to wait to get my fruit trees in the ground first to see where the shadows are so that when I put my figs in, they can still get the sun. Yeah. Yeah, blueberries need cold hours. Yeah, chill hours. Yeah, so yeah, I don't bring them in. I leave them outside. Uh, don't want. Don't worry, my blueberry trees have warranties. It's always come back. Okay. All right. Well, like I said though, I'm gonna surround them with wood chips and stuff to help them get through this first winter. Yeah. Oh, you got Malabar spinach. Slowly starting to climb. And my that one little vine of the blue butterfly pea is tough. It keeps growing. It's growing up past the trellis, and I keep getting at least one butterfly pea a week. And I've been pulling it up and stashing them. So yeah, but next year I know what to do though. I know how to wrap something around it to keep it out. Cause I did have something around, but they dug around it. But I know what to do for it next year. It's got down to 38. Yeah, it's getting cold up here. She's in Michigan, so she right above me. Oh, you brought your rosemary in to grow inside? Forgot it on the shelf. Okay. Yeah, I have rosemary out in a 5-gallon bucket, and I might have my nephew bring that in. Also, my lemongrass. I got lemongrass in a 5-gallon bucket, and I've been snipping off of it all season. To friends and family when they bring me home from grocery shopping, whatever. You want some lemongrass or lemon balm? I give them a little bit of both, and I was like, make you some lemon tea. And everybody says it was nice. They drank it at night, and it helped them sleep. Yeah, it said it helped them sleep. It helped them relax. So I was like, cool. I was like, come get as much as y'all want. So I had lemongrass last year, and it didn't come back this year. And I thought since it was a grass, it would be like a perennial, but it might not be conducive here in this part of the state of Ohio that it will overwinter. So, oh, then I can also try to cut it down low and then do the same thing, add mulch and stuff to it to see if it'll come back. It's it don't cost that much, and I finally found I had seeds for lemongrass I didn't know. There you go, Tori's brain. How are you, sweetie? You done came out the woodwork. It's nice to see you back out and about. Yeah. Strip my milkweed. Yeah, I got milkweed over there too for the first time too, Serena. Yeah, Tori, it's so nice to see you out and about. That's Mars and most of the things I planted this I'm okay with, but need to plant a lot more. Okay. Well, you see what you want to do. You got 3 days of rain coming. We had that last week and the temperature dropped. My rosemary dried up. I couldn't believe it. Now I got to start some from seed. Well, my rosemary, it surprised me. When I left it alone, it just grew its little heart out. My monarchs come from south, not seeing them late on my milkweed, sadly. I haven't seen my hummingbirds, so I know they already gone for the winter. Fred and Ethel. So I'm getting ready to take the hummingbird feeder down and they hit it too. They drained it dry and wash it and put it out. It's glass, so I can give it a good scrubbing and clean it out with some hot soapy water and bleach and have it ready for next year. Uh, what was that? I missed. I want to see what that was. Oh, my lemon balm has taken over my backyard. Let me tell you, just one element. My neighbors are complaining to me, saying they knew it had to come from me because they got lemon balm for the blocks. I had a backyard full of lemon balm that I couldn't get to because I had the surgery on my knee. And so it went to seed. And then the storms came and the high winds came and all of that lemon balm dried. And I think my whole neighborhood got lemon balm growing somewhere. I got empty pots of soil and lemon balm's been popping up in those. I got lemon balm popping up in places I know I didn't plant. I didn't plant lemon balm nowhere but one spot. It's everywhere. It's in the front, it's in the back, it's next doors over here. People complaining about they got herbs and stuff growing in their yard they know they didn't plant. So I was like, I got free herbs. What y'all complaining about? Work with it. Yeah. Hey, Bob Brownlee. Would you say just came in from triple frost cloth my Jamaican sorrel, Chicago fig, elderberry trees, and young apple trees, and covered with a heavy heat insulated tarp for tonight's low. Woo! Girl, that's a lot of work. Yeah, last week it was it was last week. It rained and it got cold. Oh, it got cold. I have a frost cover for my green stock. Yeah. Yeah. I will have to cut the tomato plant, take it out because it's gotten really tall. But rest of the stuff, I got a leisure pepper that's about this big. It hasn't changed colors yet, and I don't want to lose it. It's got about 4 or 5 peppers on it, but they got one really big one. I guess that was the first one that started growing. Mike said the only thing left to harvest here is my last sweet potatoes, probably due Saturday. I'll probably do mine too, Mike. Because it's like I said, it ain't getting any warmer. It's getting cold. Now I don't want to lose my sweet potatoes. I got two kinds in the same barrel. I got Beauregard and Bonita. So you're gonna see. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Mm. Yeah. So before it gets any colder, I want to do that. Yeah, we haven't gotten down in the 30s. Well, we did get down to 41. Everybody's saying hi to Barb. The herb plants were the only ones in the green stock last year. Okay. Yeah, I put stuff in there. I just had my green stock for a year now. And when I did it last year, a lot of stuff out banging, boy. But then a cold snap hit and took everything out. Um, and then I had got a frost cover, tried to replant. A few things made it, but then I was like, nah, I'll worry about it next year. Yeah, I got the deer ate all my parsley, but I got kale. Uh, what's on there that's going? Basil is going to seed. Still have some cayenne peppers. It's turning red. It's still growing. My celery, I cut it back. It's coming back, and a few other things. Hey, Natasha, how are you? Glad to see you. Hadn't seen you in a minute either. You okay? The deer ate all my parsley and kale down the first time. The kale made a comeback. My parsley didn't. And they ate my cucumbers. But my strawberry plants that I stuck down around the bottom, they still green and surviving. So I guess I'll have strawberries at the bottom of my green stalk next year. My temp's supposed to go down to 41 or 42 tonight. Really? My strawberry bunch, shoot, please. There's no covers on my strawberries. And I'll tell you, them bad boys come back with a vengeance. I need to do a video on that. My strawberries has taken over my backyard. I mean, literally like a blanket. If you ever seen any of my old videos, you will see a blanket of strawberries. I can get a gallon or two out of strawberries out my backyard without even thinking about it. Well, anyway, this is where the backyard stops, and then this is asphalt. I have runners that's come across the asphalt that's heading towards the green stock. And that's how I got the strawberries for my green stock. I snatched those runners off and just stuck them in the green stock. And within 2 weeks, I actually had strawberries growing on those plants that I stuck in the green stock. It wasn't even there a week really, and it was blossoms. By the second week, I was seeing strawberries. I couldn't believe how well they took in that green stock. It was bananas. Yeah. I be pulling up. I be pulling them up and throwing them away. Yeah, they just that thick. Yeah, my strawberries ain't no joke. They notorious. It's nice to see you too, sweetie. Barb, what's your temperature tonight? Hey, garden is great. Thank you for stopping in. What's your temperature tonight? Yeah, it's my first time trying leisure peppers. And the only reason I tried them because I started going through my seed packs and I found them. I have red and another color. I don't even know what color the ones it's supposed to be. I planted. I don't know if they're supposed to change color or not. But this is my first time trying them. So I'm really, hyped up about that. Oh, just what Ella said, the high will be in the 90s for the next 10 days here in Fort Lauderdale, Texas. Well, I can't even think that high. Yeah, it's down to 52 degrees here now. So it will get cooler as the night go. Passionate Tree said, I got about 10 cherry tomatoes today and one hot pepper. You're out of the garden. Yeah, I went over there and I found a volunteer cherry tomato plant next to my yellow boy, and they had two little ripe ones on there about that big. While I was out in the yard, I didn't even wipe them down. I just picked them off and popped them in my plant. And when I went to pick up a branch, it was like a little small cluster of about 8 to 10 of them. I was like, oh, isn't that cute? I don't know if they're going to make it or not, but they might be big enough by the end of the week that if I ever take the branch off and bring them in and put them in a paper bag or sit them in the window, they might ripen. They seem that much mature that I wouldn't lose them. Yeah. Um, I understand that. Whoo, thank you. Amen. To that, Natasha. God's grace. Another one. Japanese beetles. Japanese beetles, they be tearing up my rose bushes. When I see that leaf-like leaf, I know the Japanese beetles is in there. One day, they're blooming on the side of my house right now. My yellow ones and even my red ones is trying to send out new buds. I went to smell them because my mom used to always say, smell the roses. Take the time to smell the roses. So I went to smell one and some said, wait a minute. And I took the leaves and spread it, the petals and spread it over a big old fat Japanese beetle in there. I grabbed his butt. He didn't get a chance to get away. And I threw it down real hard and he hit the concrete and I squished him. I was like, yeah. And I did that again. There was a bee in there. And I was like, yeah, I learned that before you sniff, check it first. Ah, roses, that is. Yes. Yeah. And you know what, G Mama, was so funny? Let me tell y'all something. Tell you how your brain works sometimes. I wonder how my strawberry patch got so huge. Okay. Originally, I put a 10-inch hanging basket of strawberries. I set it on a stone in the backyard. I watered it, and then it looked like it died. Little did I know that on the other side of the pot, one of the runners had went over the side down and attached itself in the ground. That's how it initially got started. And then eventually I snatched the pot out because I thought the strawberries were dead. So evidently, when I snatched the pot, it broke off, but it had already taken root in that area. And previously, I had been dumping mushroom compost, cow manure, and something else in that area. So the soil was really rich and it held the moisture, and the plants all of a sudden started taking off. So I said, okay, I figured it out. And I was like, oh, wow, I got strawberries now. The following year, I was picking some. And if it was some that had a snail on it, I take it and I threw it in another part of the yard. Not thinking just because you threw the strawberry with the snail, that the strawberry's outer side is nothing but seeds. So with the enriched soil, they were taking root. And the next thing I know, I had strawberries coming up over here. And I'm studying each year. I'll pick up strawberries and I pick some. If there's a snail, I take it and throw it somewhere. And then I was like, Dummy, what do you mean you don't understand why these strawberries is taking over your yard? You throw them in every part of the yard possible. So now it's become one giant sea of strawberries. I have enough strawberries that I can feed the slugs, the birds. I have friends and neighbors come over and pick as many strawberries as you want out of my yard because I can't pick them all and I can't eat them all. I pick what I can, a couple of quarts, and I eat some, juice some, make sauces with some, freeze some. But I cannot consume all those strawberries. And everybody's happy. They'll call, you got strawberries? Come on. Bring the grandkids, bring your neighbors, bring your nephews. Let everybody get out there. Yeah, that strawberry patch is huge. Seriously huge. my my 10-day forecast is okay. Low 41 Monday, 60 all week. I do clean up, chop, chop and drop. Yeah, yes, it's that time of year for us, Mike, because you know how our temperatures are. Tasha said, if you know why I call you cousin, all of us are related one way or another since the beginning. That's right. That's true. Cassandra South Fulton. What's up, baby girl? How are you? Hope to see you next year. Surely we are unreasonably warm and temps going back up in the mid to upper 80s next week. No, that won't happen here. That's a fat chance and a snowball in a hot kitchen. Yeah, it's not that hard though. I don't know. Some people have problems with strawberries and I never have. Never had a problem. And it's not that I'm good at growing them. It's just that the soil and the temps just seem to work well with whatever I put in the ground. I just plant them, throw 'em, and that's what happens. Barb says it's between 34 to 36 degrees tonight. This morning was 38 to 39, plus we are in a severe drought. If it wasn't for that rain last week, they have filled my rain barrels. They didn't fill them up, but they gave me more than what I had because I was down. I was tilting them, trying to scrape the water out of them. They're half full. The time says 63 here in my neck of the woods in Minnesota. Okay. Barb said current temperature 55, windy and dropping. It's down to 52 now here in Clear. Ooh, PI said it'll be 38 tonight. Ooh, that's frost. Hard frost is 30 and below. Kenneth, good evening. How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I have Bermuda grass growing in some of my beds. What's the best way to get rid of it? When it's try to wet it down and pull it up while the roots is soft, while the ground is soft. That's all I can tell you. You don't want to use any chemicals. That's right, Mike. Yeah, pull it. Get it out of there. Because once it gets a good hold on it, it's going to choke out everything in there. It's going to suck all the nutrients out, kill out whatever, and suck it dry. Yeah, that's cold. Hey, Duval. Hey, hon, how are you? Nice to see you. Will I see you at Soil Expo next year? Shawnee told me if I'm in a wheelchair next year, show up, she'll push me around. I told her I'm going to hold her to it. I'm working on it. Ain't nobody ready for this cold weather, PIA. Shoot. Yep. I'm definitely not ready for it. But I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do to make sure I don't lose my fruit trees and other stuff that I got that can't handle the cold. Like I said, they coming in the house come Sunday. If I had to drag them in myself, make lots of strawberry jam and jelly. Yeah. Girl, I like strawberry shortcake. So I like to make a lot of strawberry sauce to pour over some French vanilla ice cream or on top of a banana split. Pour it on there. Um, I like to pour it on pancakes and stuff. Oh, I believe me, I got a lot of stuff for that strawberry. Okay. And my great grandbaby, I had her. I did a little video. I never posted it because my granddaughter don't want her on the internet. And I had her come over, and the baby picked her own strawberry out the patch, and she stuck it in her mouth. And I was so tickled pink. But before that, she wasn't even quite 6 months old, still in the high chair. And I used to babysit her. So I would stop and grab a handful of fresh strawberries and take them to the house and wash them and sit them on her tray. And they was just the right size for her little fat fingers. And she take it, she always roll it up like that into her mouth. And she used to tear those strawberries up. I love watching my great grandbaby eat. Gee, mom, I ain't had grass in here in so long. Oh, my boogie buddy. Crooked Peach, what's up, boo? Nice to see you. Been missing you, girl. No trees. Yep. Yeah, I ain't trying to lose nothing to the upper room no more. I'm trying to count my little pennies. I don't have that kind of ends where I keep buying new stuff every year when I already got it. Protect it, take care of it. Thank you, G Mama. I appreciate that. Yep. I can't wait to see this pear tree, this Orient pear tree, and they said it's fertile, but I want to get a second one. They say when you get a second tree, it will help in fruit production. Yeah, yeah. She work it now. Show me what your mama gave you. Ah, I don't know what button you hitting, Serena, but everybody else been hitting it. Yeah. Thank you, Peach. Let her know. Go out and come back in. Uh, Guardian News Grady said, Miss Shirley, I have been using my shade cloth with tarp. I still have peppers growing due to the heat this summer. They were slow growing. They're growing now until it gets cold. Yeah. Once they get their initial start, they don't seem to like that heat as much. If it can cool down in between, somewhere in that interval, they okay. Like I got a pepper plant right now in my front yard between my lamb's ear and Pete Yarrow. And last week they were about this size. Okay. And I knew it was gonna rain. So I let them stay out there. Now they about this size now. So I'm ready to go pick them bad boys. I want to dehydrate them. I want green bell pepper powder so I can use as a seasoning because I have bell peppers that I have cut up and put in the freezer, but I want some green pepper powder to use like a season, like you would use garlic or onion powder. So I'm looking forward to that because I just love the flavor of green bell peppers. It's just nice. Well, it don't have to be green. I got some yellow ones out there that need to be harvested. I ate the red ones already. Serena said, what did one fruit say to the other? If you haven't been so fresh, we wouldn't be in this jam. Cute, Serena. Somebody said, oh, somebody was saying, oh, Kenneth was saying hi to the city girl. Okay. Yeah, Duval saying hello, and everybody saying hello to Duval. I got a couple of more left. The Colorado potato beetles, and I found out not only do they attack potatoes, but they also attack and peppers. It's, they're notorious for the potatoes in Colorado, but they also attack other veggies as well. And the last but not least, we was talking about it earlier uh, on another channel, is the leaf miners. Leaf miners can destroy the look of your leaves on your plant, but they do not necessarily cause harm per se to the plant itself. Yeah, you can see that little line, wiggle lines in there. You know it's the leaf miners. Uh, Crooked Peach said, I didn't have a bug problem too much till now. The cabbage moths, they need to go on leave my dang collards alone using BT now. Yeah. And I found out a lot of people were saying that they were trying not to use anything on their greens or what have you. But sometimes the infestation got so bad they had to resort. And you're not just the first one I've heard. I heard quite a few gardeners this year saying that they got pretty bad. They just couldn't keep up with getting all the worms off of them. I was listening to Lady Cheryl, how she was out there saying maybe twice a day going through her brassicas, pulling those things off. They got somehow up underneath the covering and they were trying to decimate her brassica. She said, oh, no, I don't think so. So she went to war. And I understand because I did that. And I went out there to water my plants, seeing these little brown piles of this, that, and the third. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I was like, oh, no, eat myself and turnip tops. No, then they moved from there once I cleaned them out and moved over to my collards. I was like, y'all just rude, huh? And I was like, y'all just trying to take out all my stuff. I was like, nope. I'm not fighting the deer, the groundhogs, or who's the raccoons up here, but I'm dealing with um the yellow, I mean the white moth and aphids and what have you. So I wasn't, you know, they didn't leave me totally alone. They got rude. Yeah, I'm the same way, G Mama. I can't comment on David's videos. Yeah, you can hit the like button, but you can't on and it seems like on any of them. So what's that about, David? Uh-oh. Mike said thunder here. But you got storms rolling in, Mike? What you doing over there? Doing a rain dance, Mike? Yeah, this not the first time I couldn't get in on yours. I can get in on everybody else's and comment. Yeah, I'm not the only one, David, so it's not just me. Don't be trying to put that finger pointing at me. Yeah, yeah, that's right. On the videos, not the shorts. Crooked Peach is doing a PSA, y'all. She said, warning everybody, don't make a echinacea and yarrow tea together. It's like an 8 ball. Thought I was having a heart event. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. No, don't do that, y'all. No, don't do that. That ain't worth it. Yeah, I think so too. I think YouTube is the problem when it comes to that because I've tried other people's videos every now and then, and it might be their shorts, and I can't comment on it. Yeah. Yeah, herbs are powerful. Yeah, that's why they've been medicine from day one since the Garden of Eden. Oh, yeah, that ain't no joke. Well, you be careful with that. Glad you all right though. But you said you had problems with squirrels until they ate your hot peppers. I haven't seen them since. Yeah, I had problems with a few creatures too. I found a pepper scratched, and I was like, yeah. And they leave them. They left them alone. Yeah. I know you won't, Crooked Peach. That's enough to scare the bejesus out of you. Uh, Barb says, I harvested a large 5-gallon bucket of green bell peppers and jalapeno peppers tonight. I will be dehydrating peppers, making stuffed jalapeno poppers. Ooh, cowboy candy and fire cider. Ooh, all right, Barb. Look like you ready for anything that comes your way. You have to try. Yeah, yeah. Peach, do a video on that because that sounds like you could save somebody's life. Yeah, bro, that does sound amazing. I found I have one, I got two pepper plants back there that I didn't think it was going to produce because it took them forever to push out new leaves. And I went out there today, and one of them is a hot jalapeno pepper, and they're about this big and they're pure yellow. And I'm like, it actually produced some jalapenos on it. And the other one is a bell pepper, and I got bell peppers on it. And my big Bertha plant, the peppers on there, they getting big too. I don't know if they're gonna get as big as original ones, but by it cooling off, I think they've actually slowed down. So I'm gonna let them stay on there as long as possible. And when that first hard frost hit, then I will harvest them and dehydrate them and use them in whatever form. Yeah. Yeah, fire cider. Yeah, y'all definitely need to get that together for the fall. Helps with colds and coughs and inflammation of the lungs, mucus, and all that good stuff. So they take care of that. Mike should have a circus for all his squirrels. uh, Mama, I made 6 pint jars of strawberry jam today. Okay, that's nice. I was watching you with your herbs, all the ones you had tied up and dried, and you had took them down and was pulling them off the stems and putting them in their jars of stuff. Mike got a squirrel's good taste. Yeah, okay. I seen Mike's wife trying to, what was he coaching a, was it a blue jay or something out of the tree? Mike got his wife in there doing stuff. It's a family affair. Yeah, I would like to go to the farmers market this weekend. Um, Normally when it gets to this time of the year, they have so much produce. If you go towards the end or when it's over, it's from 9 to 2, like between 1:30. If you go there, there's a lot of stuff that they might not have sold during the course of the day, and they will give you free stuff. They will like, take this. I don't want to take it back, and you can really clean house. You know, yeah. I know it's got to be good. I know everybody making jams. I know what was it? We was watching Gina and TT making jams, and she was making pineapple. So this is a time of year when you got a lot of fruit, you know, where you can really kind of stack up and make your cowboy candies and your jet grape. Oh, yeah, especially grapes too. This time of year, you can make grape jam, strawberry jam, whatever kind of jams you want, you know. So yeah. He said that was my wife. Critics be around her like Disney princess. Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I got 3 more minutes. It'll be an hour and a half, and I'll be getting off of here. So I got my leg propped up, but it's a little achy and sore, so I need to put an ice pack on it. Kind of just lay back and chill. She had a car and almost shot bird inches from her feet. Yeah. Yeah. Over here, I kept hearing something, and I kept listening to it. I said, "That's a woodpecker." And I still have a wooden pole in my backyard that has a transformer. It was behind the garage next door neighbor. It was a woodpecker. He was huge, a redneck green woodpecker, and he had the black and white checkered markings. It was absolutely beautiful, but it was huge, and he was tearing that wood up. They're gonna need to replace that pole back there real soon, because he be pecking in it trying to get the insects and stuff in it, and he's loud enough to wake you up. My bedroom's the back of the house. He wakes me up early in the morning out there pecking on that pole. Too, Crooked Peach. Let me tell you, 2 weeks ago, before they had the finals on the Watermelon Wars, I had folks come up and I say, Dag, I wish you was available. I wanted you to come up so bad. Because they cut up. Let me tell you, you know how the last time we were, when they cut up trying to figure out who was going to be the finalists and number one. We already knew it was going to be Mayor. Yeah, ain't nobody talked the weight on his watermelons, but I wanted you to come up just so that you could get in there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, Mike. I knew you would know. And the killing part, Mike, I got a book that my niece gave me about all the birds in North America. And I actually looked it up and saw it in the book. Just didn't remember the name of it. But yeah, that was a big one. I mean, he was big. He wasn't a little small one. He was pretty big. He was big. Yeah. They didn't know nothing, Peach. David, behave. You didn't know nothing either. That's why you didn't come in first place. What you say next time? Tell David to call you. Okay. I will, Peach. I will. Oh, yeah. I'll send out Morse code if I need to. Yeah. Uh, Oh, bow tie life in the garden was on today, eating hot peppers. Yeah, he killed me with his bow ties. I've been watching him lately too. No, I seen how they was reacting to him. They would be banging on the table. They would be changing red. They would have milk there. They would be. They had me cracking up watching them doing them hot pepper taste tests. No, y'all can have it. Oh, well, at least you captured him. That was enough. Oh, what he said, Peach? You ain't missed nothing. The only reason he said that, Peach, because he didn't win. He didn't trash talk that much because he knew he didn't win. That was the quietest I ever seen David. And he disappeared before the live was over. We looked around and he was gone. Yeah. It was some good. Yeah, it was some good laughs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You go back and see it. Check it out. It was funny. A bunch trash talking, and they didn't even post our videos. Don't believe David. Don't believe David. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get off of here this evening. So, if you have any of these, and these are not beneficial, okay, insects, aphids, white flies, army worms, cutworms, squash vine borer, the white moth, stink bugs, grasshoppers, thrice, locusts, spider mites, ants, flea beetles, tomato hornworm, Japanese beetles, Colorado potato beetles, and leaf miners. These are not your friends, and they are not beneficial to your garden in no way, form, or fashion. So, for the ones who have fall and winter, and you get a chance to put your gardens to bed, and you can plan them out for next year. You know what you will and will not plant. For the ones who can grow all year round, you know what you have to deal with on the regular. So I hope everybody will have a good evening. Check out other people's lives. Get some Z's, get something to eat, something to drink. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm Miss Shirley, the OG Gardener, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. Hope to see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. As I always say, enjoy the rest of your day. And y'all come back now. You hear?